decided to become a doctor when I was in high school. It was probably my interest in knowing how my body functioned. And I happened to have gone to one of these conferences. It was for pre-med students. And there was a medical student there who actually talked about the function of the human body. And so I kind of wanted to know more about the human body because of me. I wanted to know what my liver looked like. I actually wanted to know how my nervous system functioned. And that was the beginning of my interest in medicine. As I went along studying science, I did take physiology in high school. I took some mathematical courses. I took calculus. I took trigonometry. But then as I went to undergraduate college, I became even more interested in medicine because of healthcare disparities. And looking at my neighborhood and looking at the disease processes that affected my neighborhood more so than other neighborhoods. And I thought, how can I make a difference in terms of these disease processes that were occurring in my neighbors across the street, my family members, my cousins, my aunts and uncles. So my interest in medicine started because of my interest in my own body and the human body in general. And then after becoming more interested in just the function of organs, I became interested in how a physician actually decreases disease processes that how a physician can actually teach patients how to take care of themselves and how the role a physician played in terms of preventive. So in high school, I really didn't get involved with anything that was correlated with medicine as much as I got involved with my classes, my science classes. In undergraduate school, I became involved in a pre-med organization that actually a group of minorities started together. It was called MANM, Minorities for Action Now in Medicine. And in that organization, we would help each other out with courses, and we would kind of have study groups together. We talk about certain scientific processes. We talk about chemistry, chemical equations. It was nice because it was socially acceptable to be really totally saturated with the sciences and enjoying it. And so I kept my interest in the sciences and medicine kind of on track by actually engaging in discussions with other pre-med students that were similar to myself, other minority students, as well as non-minority students. And I felt that my whole educational process was by the whole community in my college, not just from minority students, but from non-minority students as well. And it helped me to really be able to relate to the different college students in different ways. And I think it added to my whole excitement and enthusiasm for medicine. Well, I sustained my interest in medical school by actually getting involved with grassroots activity. So when I was in medical school, a bunch of other minority medical students got together, and we would actually plan conferences for some of the other communities surrounding Compton and South Central Los Angeles. And we had some wonderful people to be engaged with us. We actually talked to many of the doctors who were at Martin Luther King Hospital, who actually came out and spoke to other high school students. So we became mentors, even at the medical school stage. So I think that what's really important as you go through this whole process of becoming a doctor is always to give back. And giving back allows you to actually propel yourself to be more determined to actually attain the degree of a medical degree. And that's part of the lifelong journey of learning, and especially learning to be a servant and giving back constantly. So my interest was maintained all along the course of high school, college, and medical school, and even in residency. And because I went to Mass General to become a resident, even as a resident, I and several other students planned a conference back at Martin Luther King Hospital. So the whole nature of your interest and how you become enthusiastically tied to medicine is being able to relate what you're learning to your community. I will tell you that sustaining myself in college was 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 a challenge. It was not easy because my parents, neither one of them were college educated, and we didn't have a lot of resources. But I was able to get some loan scholarships, and I was able to even actually network with part of the financial aid office to actually get some college work study. So that helped me. When I went to medical school, yes, I got some scholarships, but I got a whole lot of loans. But the good news is that the type of loans that we had received were low interest loans, for which their low interest loans are available now. I will tell you that if you want to be a physician, you can be a physician. There are so many resources out there. You're not going to get 100% scholarship always, but if you are determined, you can make it. You can make it because I made it, and I have very little resources. I have faith to believe that when you put your foot forward to say, I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to do whatever it takes, I'll be determined, I'll be really focused to do the right thing, you must pursue your dream, make sacrifices, and the things will come together. Now, there will be struggles, there will be challenges, but I will tell you that I did it, and you can too.